Sorry.
Buddy, it's a retard
Let's get
alert.
some subs. Let's get some subs.
Retard alert.
Let's get.
The audio is under attack by
Look,
Jeremy Hambly and his
Ash,
poop pants gimps.
Bash, I fixed it in 10 seconds. It takes Jer 3 minutes to fix it.
Listen, it's rare on this show that there's a failure like that with quartering. It's actually every single day. Every time. I couldn't believe the disaster that it was when I was clipping it up yesterday. Like, this guy served himself up on like a silver fucking platter. He's just a full, no, but it's like a full-blown LoLCow at this point where it really has become Philip Burnell. Like, he actually has. For those of you who aren't familiar with Phil, you'll not really understand. But if you know the way that the snore text works, this is exactly what's going on with Phil right now. So Phil, Jer, they're the same guy. You know what I mean?
They're the same picture.
So Jer is doing the dent detractor narrative now, where it's us against them. So quartering now begs for money and begs for likes to own the trolls. Please, guys, please like the stream. Every thumbs up is a tear from the troll's eyes, guys. Every thumbs up is an angry troll. I know it doesn't actually matter, guys. It clearly does matter. Otherwise, you wouldn't be begging for it every few minutes. It was desperate. And he still got ratioed. Yeah. Brutally. Yeah. And he only got like 90 more thumbs up than he would regularly get to humiliate himself in the gutter like this. And he's just begging and begging for money.
Of his videos.
I saw today the phenomenon for the future of quartering, because him as a mainstream top of the food chain YouTube commentator with millions of views a month, those days are coming to an end. Like, he's finished. His SEO is completely poisoned. When you search the quartering on YouTube now, you get the cottage industry of every single person felting quartering, exposing his lies, exposing his fraud, exposing his scams.
Brittany pops up immediately as the first.
That's what.
I'll have to
It's not. Yeah. It's not any of his content. And you say, oh, well, that's Andy's account or his algorithm. Trust me, if you're not logged in, it's the exact same thing. And what killed people like Philip Burnell or Pirate Software, other people like this, Matt Jarbo, is this phenomenon that quartering is calling the YouTube gulag, that Matt Jarbo called out today himself. And that's when all your videos are getting more thumbs down than thumbs up, more negative comments than positive comments, and your detractors, your trolls, your haters, whatever you want to call them, they're getting more views than you are, and their stuff is getting prioritized over your stuff. And then you on your own shows and your own videos, instead of actually trying to cater to your audience that like you, you try and defeat the trolls, and you focus the content on the trolls or the detractors and the A-logs and the negativity, and it just keeps spiraling downward. And this is what's going to happen to quartering. The good news for quartering is if he is as resilient as DSP, he can kind of become like Phil, and he can be like a cockroach that survives off of the donations from people that want to upset the detractors. And we saw the first inkling of that today on his Wednesday show, because he got $100 donation, but it wasn't from somebody who liked quartering. It was from somebody who wanted to upset Steel Toe. What? So, yes. So this $100 donation that he got today, that he couldn't even believe he got today,
to the point where he was, it may be fake.
He was questioning if it was a chargeback or not. You know, that's how few donations he gets. But this is a glimpse into his future, where the only people who donate to DSP are not really people who like DSP, but people who want to make the detractors in the raw Phil chat angry. And so that's what he got today. And that's his future as this YouTube advertising revenue goes down the fucking toilet. He loses out on all the sponsorships. His name becomes dirt. It becomes synonymous with grifting, flagging, censorship, harassment, being Me Too'd. Because, guys, it's getting bad for Jer. We've now had 2 separate women come out against him. Sydney Watson saying he's a predator. talking about him as being the same as Elijah Schaefer, a guy who actually physically assaulted a woman, talking about how she has drunken recordings of quartering ready to go. We have Lauren Southern coming out against quartering. And what this is doing is it's opening the door for more women to speak out against quartering. And it's not going to be too long until we hear the story of how he sexually assaulted one of these women, tried to force himself on one of these women. Now, we all know he's probably too weak and too impotent to actually rape a woman, but it's going to come out. And there's probably going to be like 5, 6, 7, 8 of these women who all come forward. And eventually, once it hits a certain terminal velocity with these women coming out against him, that's when Melanie Mack will put the knife in his back about what actually went down at AmFest. That's when Hannah Claire will come out and tell all about what Jeremy's done to her. And it's at that point that quartering will never get another sponsorship again. Like, it will just be completely radioactive for him in terms of any sort of mainstream relevance whatsoever. And I won't be surprised if YouTube just fucking pulls the plug on him completely. The walls are closing in on him to the point, guys, he's doing the most brutal humiliation rituals you can imagine. Where today he got down on his knees and shilled a competing coffee company. A coffee company that just a few months ago, he was talking about how they were garbage, how they would never get into Walmart. He was going to be in Walmart by the end of the year. But now he's so buck broken. He's such an indentured servant to Rumble as his only source of revenue, as they hold potentially upwards of 7 figures hostage from him, that he's had to stop streaming on YouTube entirely. He's now exclusively streaming on Rumble. He now has to shill the Rumble coffee. He has to do it all. He's streaming 3 times a day now. Just pure desperation. And the shame that he feels, where he has to go before his audience on his knees and beg and grovel and say, please, guys, I'm finally listening to you. After all the years of doing the product placement and the coffee ads at the beginning of my videos, I'm going to finally start with actually reading the news article, guys. I mean, I'm not, because I'm telling you about how I'm going to start going right into the article.
I'm going to start. He's panicking, by the way he starts it. He's like, I'm going to start right here. I've been taking all your advice. You're like
a drowning man.
Bro, you ought to fucking chill.
And then he starts begging for positive comments, saying he really needs a positive comment this week. It'd really help if you guys could validate him and pat him on the ass, because he admitted to being in a bad headspace. You know that? He actually, Melanie Mack said she was in a bad headspace, and then Jeremy agreed that he was also in a bad headspace. These guys started groveling, talking about how they've repented, how they've seen the error of their ways and that they were sinning. But God, quartering talks about how God humbled him and how he now sees that all of the harassment he did in the past, all of the brigading and doxing and smearing people is wrong now that it's happening to him, and he deserves it to happen to him. But please let there be mercy upon him, because he's learned the error of his ways, and he's ready to turn over a new leaf, and he's quit drinking again. He's quit going on social media. Apparently he never checks his phone anymore. He's like going phoneless. He's not doing nicotine anymore. And it's like, we've heard it all before, Jeremy. We've heard this so many times over the years.
I'm not doing nicotine like it's like a Coke or heroin. But if you can't handle a fucking Zyn without crashing out, I don't know what to say. Like, you need to figure it out.
Holy buddy. It's not the Zyns that, and by the way, he admits that it's him drinking that's causing the meltdowns on Twitter, right? So then when they try and gaslight us with like, you guys are just making things up, none of this is true.
You're actually the devil. No, it's
we're the devil. The devil's, no, you're drunk, and you're admitting it's that you're getting drunk, and that's what's causing these situations, right? But ultimately, it's you that's choosing to do all the drinking, buddy. It's you that's taking the shots of liquor and downing a fucking 2-4 beer every fucking night, buddy. It's you doing that. So you have, it's like the same thing as being like, well, I was a drunk driver and I fucking killed an innocent family, but you know, you should sue Budweiser. No, like you're the one who drank. You're the one that's responsible. Like, you're the one that's going to be held accountable for this fucking shit. We don't have a YouTube channel right now because of you. A lot of people have multiple strikes on their account because of you and your actions. You've rolled back the YouTube terms of service that was becoming way more relaxed and way more lenient and allowing people to do things that were actually edgy and cool again and funny, right? Quartering has rolled all of that back to like the Susan Wojcicki era with his snitch bitch behavior, just completely ruining the fucking platform. And it's brutal, man. And it's just like, okay, well, please forgive me now. But by the way, he won't actually tell us what he did wrong. He won't explain what he's done wrong. He won't check himself into rehab. He won't do a stream where he humiliates himself and it's open for everybody to come on and dunk on him, or he gets a bunch of super chats and they're all making fun of him. And then he donates those super chats to our editor who he fucked over, right? So now he's rolled over on his belly and he's groveling for mercy and forgiveness without actually admitting that he did anything wrong or attempting to make any sort of restitution to us or the community for what he did wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, fuck you, dude. I'm just going to stomp on your fucking head. Yeah. How about that? How about you make like an actual good faith offer as to how you're going to make this situation right? Instead of being like, okay, well, you guys just have to forgive me. No, you have to humiliate yourself in the fucking dirt, roll around on your fucking belly for us, say that you're a soy-filled bitch that flagged down fucking videos, say that you're so sorry, go to fucking rehab, fix your fucking life. Like, that's seriously the reality of the situation, and it's not going to stop otherwise, man. No. Like, you have to satisfy the community's lust for justice to be done in this situation. And by the way, you've got Chrissy Mayer coming out in the last 2 hours. She did a stream hiding, like on some backwater outer rim fucking live stream in the Rumbleverse called Cecil Says. I don't know what the fuck that is, but I do know that he was
Comicsgate. He used to be Comicsgate back in the day. Yeah.
She's over there admitting that she lied to Brittany Venti, but she is saying that she lied for Venti's own good. Because Brittany Venti is the sort of friend that you have to lie to in order to preserve their feelings. And she says, you know, like you have to lie to some of your friends. What?
Hey, Chrissy,
people don't lie to their fucking friends. Like, she's actually fucking insane. Like, it's actually insane. And it's basically she did the right thing by lying. And it's like, okay. And then she said that she was going to go on the offensive and declare war on Brittany Venti, and that she was going to expose all of Brittany Venti's past controversies. And it's like, okay, so you're digging in your heels. You think you're righteous. You think everybody else is fucking wrong.
It's time for a burial.
Like, there's not going to be any mercy for you. Like, do you understand you're not going to win this, Chrissy? Like, in all seriousness, you're not going to win this situation, right? I think that she knows that she's fucked, and she's just decided that she's going to try and drag everybody else down with her, which is a real psychotic mentality from Chrissy. Yeah. I'm not going to lie. And it's all for Jeremy, and it's all for Melanie Mack. And it's like, who appointed these people to be the gods of YouTube?
Our show. Okay. I don't know. You notice your thing is clipping a little bit, and your audio is a bit fucked. My upload speed is 1 gig. My download speed is 6 megabytes.
What the fuck is going on?
I have to reset my router, I think. Like, you're not you're not cutting out, but my upload is 1 gig and my download is 5. Has that ever happened to any human being ever?
Cornering's DDoSing the stream, buddy. No, but usually it's upload that's fast. I know. Usually it's upload that you have issues with.
I got 3.62 megabyte down and 980 up. Do we do a quick restart?
I mean, how bad is it? Chat, like, is it okay?
Is it okay? It's fine? Okay.
So I'm not saying it's fine.
If it gets way worse, if it gets bad
where I'm like in 140p and just like totally fucking roboting, then
all right, so we all know in case anything happens.
We'll call it a day.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get into this. Like, it was crazy. He's now claiming he's gonna do a stream at 9 a.m. For the last 2 days, he's supposed to go live at 9 a.m. Eastern. He didn't manage it either time. Because he's drunk / hungover / fucked up on pills or whatever the fuck. So on the first day, he was supposed to go live at 9 a.m. He was 3.5 hours late to the live stream, folks. 3.5 hours late.
An hour late, right? So it was 3.5. Wait, 3.5 hours? Oh.
3.5 hours late to Tuesday's 9.
At 12:30.
He started at 12:30. Went for an hour your morning show in the afternoon side. Then he immediately rolled it over into a show with Melanie Mack. And he was holding it together okay during the morning show, except you could clearly tell he was totally traumatized and depressed. And he was like having mini strokes the entire time. And there was a super chatter called Sydney's Wiki Feet that sent in a super chat saying that everybody hated him and he needs to leave the internet. And he almost broke down into tears. Like, I think he was actually about to cry. Like, he went silent for like 3 straight minutes. And then I think he actually sent himself a super chat to try and cheer himself up. But for only $5. And it's like, at least when Ralph or Phil fakes a super chat of support, it's like $50 or $100 or something like that.
Ralph and Phil know how to fake super chats, right? Without paying. Jared doesn't know, so he's got to actually insert his credit card. He actually has
to send the money and lose the processing fee and the percentage. And times are tough and he can't afford the fees. So he can only afford to miss out on like 60 cents in order to make himself feel better. It was a total disaster, man. Yeah. Total. By the way, now I'm quartering like...
Okay.
Quartering's like ability to read, like it was always bad, right? But during that morning show, it hit a new abysmal level, Andy. Like,
how?
He couldn't even read the words that were on the page. Like, instead of reading that the person was charged with aggravated assault, which was what was on the page, he said they were charged with aggravated attacking. And I wasn't even paying attention because the thing is, when you're doing this quartering shit, it's so mind-meltingly, mind-numbingly bad that
you phase out and then
I zone out. Like, for a long time when I first started doing quartering, I had to take like massive amounts of THC edibles just to be able to get through it, because you basically have to melt your mind and make yourself retarded just to be able to like
be on that level,
on that wavelength, on that vibrational level with fucking Jer. You know what I mean? Like, it's fucking. And so I go aggravated attacking. That doesn't sound like a real charge, but like I go, well, it had to. I mean, he couldn't have just not read the article. I mean, it's right in front of his eyes. Like, did the publication write it like that? So I go back into my editing software, because half the time watching quartering, I'm on fucking Twitter, scrolling, doing other fucking shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because it's just fucking mindless chatter, And I go back and I go, no, like the article said aggravated assault. But quartering, just for whatever reason, shot his pants and had like a stroke and read the charge as aggravated attacking.
Oh my God.
And then there's just so many times when he's just stumble fucking his way through words and sentences and just saying the wrong word. And it's so frustrating. It's like, how do you think that you deserve to be a multi-million-dollar a year performer and entertainer when you can't even read words in front of you off of a fucking page? Like,
buddy,
in all honesty,
crazy. Someone said to you, I think they replied to either your tweet or my tweet of the promo. And they said, honestly, PPP, I tried going into the chat and having fun. I can't even do that. Like you have to be a certain level of A-log to really
listen. The true G's that are going to be in there are the ones that do Phil, because it's a similar.
The low energy, boring.
It's a similar experience where you have the most boring person on the planet who has zero entertainment value, who's a compulsive liar, like total fucking psychopath, dead behind the eyes fucking freak. And you're just sitting there out of pure hatred for him and everything that he stands for. And you're determined that you're going to make this boring bastard pay, even if it ruins your own life and sanity. And it's really only the DSP detractor that has that within them.
Yeah.
Or perhaps there is like a new category of people. This like, you know, because you got to think like the DSP detractors were forged in the fire of Mount Phil, you know, and they didn't come from nowhere. They've been conditioned to this for a long time. So I think quartering's going to have a similar sort of detractor sphere audience, a certain set of cottage industry people that become like that over the days and weeks and months of just hating on Jer every single fucking day. They will become like that. They will become born again hard. Like they joined the Marine Corps and went to fucking boot camp or something, because this motherfucker is awful to listen to. It's hell.
People are saying actually that Jer is more boring than Phil. He is like a higher boss level than Phil in terms of A-log.
Because I made it about 10 to 15 messages deep before my fake boomer grift got banned in Ham Planet's chat this morning. So now it's not just like he's banning people that say he's a cock or Adam Sellers or Sky Bull or even the Oranges or the Weekend.
It's the boomer posting.
But now it's anybody that's just pretends that they're conservative or like a conservative boomer gets banned. So Jared, like you're going to run into problems, bro, where you're going to have banned everybody. Like, because they're almost indistinguishable from your own audience. And like, I was going to show this one. Yeah. This guy goes, I'm a disabled veteran and I find the quiet moments with no talking so peaceful. Is that a troll? Is that a legitimate quartering den? Who knows? Nobody knows.
Reading that, like I fell off my chair.
Oh man, the janitors are in hell, bro. Like the janitors are having to deal with ever more subtle and sophisticated troll attempts. And at a certain point, like he really should just allow people to have fun in there, because who really gives a fuck? Like it's so weak to have to janitor every single message in your fucking chat.
Yeah.
Like you're 45 years old. You're allegedly a multi-millionaire and you can't handle somebody asking how was your weekend or posting an orange or even just being like, I'm a disabled veteran. What is this? Like, you're supposed to be the meme veteran badass. Like, remember when he said that he cut his teeth during the toughest time on the internet?
Yeah.
And he went during the blood sports days and he's a badass. And he can't handle fucking anything. His skin is so fucking thin despite his portly nature. Like, I don't even know what to fucking say anymore.
It's like, okay, look, obviously we A-log him hard and everyone's A-logging him, but even the most subtle Felt, the most mild version of Felt, he cries out his fucking ass, bro.
I know.
I've actually never seen a man cry that much. Honestly, I mean, maybe Phil, maybe. Like, that's the only competition there is Phil.